last part of this UFO portion of This and That podcast, episode 0. I'm quickly going to analyze some of the craziest claims purported in the recently launched and Transcendent Age of Disclosure documentary by Dan Farah, which has finally brought the UFO conversation to every mainstream media outlet. So featuring 34 U.S. government insiders and revealing an 80-year global cover-up of non-human intelligent life and a secret war among major nations to reverse engineer advanced technology of non-human origin. The top players in this documentary are many of the people I've previously mentioned, including but not limited to Lue Elizondo, the former DoD official and the film's narrator who frames the story as a long-running government secrecy problem around UAP and NHI. We got Stratton, the former head of the UAP Task Force, who argues the phenomenon is real and that nations are in a high-stakes race to reverse engineer it. We got Grusch, the former intel officer and whistleblower, whose crash retrieval and non-human biologics quote in the July 2023 congressional hearings are treated as a major inflection point in the film's narrative. There's Christopher Mellon, the former senior defense intelligence official positioned as the policy and oversight voice pushing for transparency and congressional seriousness. Dr. Hal Puthoff, the longtime UAP adjacent researcher and quantum physicist, featured advancing the idea of deeply compartmentalized legacy programs tied to the phenomenon. He, of course, was the founder of Project Stargate and one of the leading figures in American modern history of the remote viewing rabbit hole. There's Eric Davis, the physicist and defense consultant, presented as a technical insider discussing alleged hidden programs and advanced physics framing. We got Timothy Gallaudet, who was a retired Navy flag officer who enforces that this is obviously real and operationally relevant, the angle from a naval leadership perspective. There's Marco Rubio, the senior U.S. official in the film, emphasizing the national security implications of unknown objects operating near sensitive sites. Representative Tim Burchett, the House member who's portrayed as a blunt anti-cover-up crusader demanding disclosure and accountability, and Representative Anna Paulina Luna, the House member featured as part of the bipartisan push pressing agencies on secrecy, records, and oversight. And so a key part of the documentary mentions the 6 observables of UFOs. The 6 observables of UFOs are hypersonic velocity, right-angled turns, no visible means of propulsion, amphibious, they go in and out of the water at will, they have automatic acceleration, and they're known to have caused biological effects to humans, which have been said to have caused injury and death. And so the overall explanation could be warp bubbles, which is validated by testimonies like Ryan Graves, who describes the UAP he saw as black cubes inside of clear spheres. And that is essentially why a lot of UFO pictures come out blurry. It's because they're operating within their own environment in these warp bubbles. They could be drawing on quantum entanglement from a faraway source in the universe. But Dan Farah describes it as you're taking a picture of a fish under the water. Obviously, the picture isn't going to come out blurry because the fish is in a different environment, and that is essentially how these UAPs are operating. They can travel potentially the speed of light, but for them, they're just cruising along because they're inside of this warp bubble, which is a different form of environment.